1. A hiring manager at Robert Half is designing a training program for new recruiters on ethical interviewing practices. Which adult learning principles should guide the program to ensure participants apply the concepts effectively? A. Use only lecture-based delivery for consistency. B. Incorporate realistic role-play scenarios. C. Avoid participant discussion to save time. D. Provide a single written policy for reference. 2. During a compliance audit, it is found that some employees have inconsistent understanding of a new client confidentiality regulation. Which evaluation method would best assess gaps in their knowledge? A. Written multiple choice test. B. Observation of client calls. C. Anonymous peer surveys. D. End-of-year performance reviews. 3. A Robert Half team leader is developing an internal mentoring program for junior consultants. Which of the following best aligns with effective mentoring techniques? A. Providing only formal quarterly meetings. B. Encouraging ments to self-select learning goals with guidance. C. Assigning the same training to all ments without customization. D. Limiting feedback to end-of-year reviews. 4. When creating curriculum for a skills enhancement program and compliance procedures, what should be the primary driver of content selection? A. Trainer's personal preferences. B. Legal and regulatory requirements relevant to roles. C. Popular industry trends. D. Availability of free materials. 5. A project manager notices that experienced recruiters are disengaged during a refresher training session. Which adjustment would best adhere to adult learning theory? A. Increase theoretical content. B. Assign them to facilitate parts of the session. C. Shorten the session without content change. D. Repeat the original presentation. 6. Which communication strategy is most effective when delivering regulatory updates to a diverse team across multiple offices? A. Sending a mass email with legal text only. B. Hosting an interactive webinar with Q&A. C. Posting an unannounced notice on the company intranet. D. Providing updates only to managers. 7. In developing an evaluation tool for a customer service training program, what is the most valid approach to measure behavioral changes? A. Self-reported improvement surveys. B. Tracking key performance indicators over time. C. Asking managers to guess performance changes. D. Reviewing attendance records. 8. A compliance trainer needs to ensure that employees understand data privacy laws in different states. Which curriculum development approach is best? A. Create a generic national compliance course. B. Customize modules for each relevant jurisdiction. C. Use only case studies from the headquarters state. D. Exclude state-specific differences to avoid confusion. 9. A mentor notices a mentee struggling with client communication but excelling in technical skills. What is the most effective mentoring response? A. Assign more technical projects to build confidence. B. Provide targeted coaching sessions on communication. C. Wait for annual training to address the gap. D. Document the issue for HR without intervention. 10. During a Robert Half leadership training, participants request more control over their learning pace. Which strategy addresses this while respecting adult learning principles? A. Fixed timeline modules with no flexibility. B. Self-paced e-learning with optional live discussions. C. One-time in-person seminar. D. Randomized assignment of training topics. 11. A curriculum designer is tasked with creating onboarding materials for a highly regulated industry. Which step ensures compliance in the learning materials? A. Consulting with legal experts during content creation. B. Reviewing only past employee feedback. C. Copying competitor materials. D. Relying solely on internal trainer experience. 12. In evaluating the success of a mentoring program, which metric provides the most objective measure of its impact? A. Mentee satisfaction ratings only. B. Improvement in mentee performance metrics. C. Frequency of mentor meetings. D. Mentor self-assessment reports. 13. A trainer is preparing a workshop for recruiters on negotiation skills. Which approach maximizes relevance and engagement for adult learners? A. Use recruiter-specific role-play exercises. B. Present only academic theories of negotiation. C. Provide unrelated industry examples. D. Deliver content without interactive elements. 14. While delivering a compliance briefing, the trainer notices multiple participants disengaging. What is the best immediate strategy? A. Pause and facilitate a scenario-based discussion. B. Continue reading the prepared slides. C. Shorten the remaining content abruptly. D. Assign participants to read the material later. 15. A Robert Half office must train staff quickly on a new client data system due to regulatory deadlines. Which delivery method best balances speed and effectiveness? A. Self-paced video tutorials with follow-up queue and sessions. B. Reading the system's user manual individually. C. Scheduling training after the deadline. D. Providing only an FAQ document. 16. A mentor's mentee is resistant to feedback on time management. Which mentoring technique is most likely to create positive change? A. Offer constructive feedback tied to specific observed behaviors. B. Avoid discussing the issue to maintain rapport. C. Provide only written feedback with no discussion. D. Compare the mentee's performance to peers publicly. 17. A learning and development specialist must evaluate a new training program's effectiveness in meeting compliance goals. Which method offers the most comprehensive results? A. Post-training test scores only. B. A combination of knowledge tests, performance observation, and compliance audits. C. Trainer's personal opinion. D. Employee attendance records. 18. When designing a curriculum for new recruiters, which principle ensures alignment with adult learning needs? A. Integrating opportunities to apply skills in realistic job tasks. B. Prioritizing memorization of all company policies verbatim. C. Avoiding participant questions to stay on schedule. D. Designing all modules without considering job roles. 19. A communication strategy for delivering urgent regulatory updates should prioritize A. Speed, clarity, and confirmation of understanding. B. Lengthy legal documents without summary. C. Sending only to team leaders. D. Posting silently on the internal portal. 20. In a multi-office mentoring program, how can consistency and quality be maintained across different locations? A. Provide standardized mentor training and shared resources. B. Allow each mentor to create their own approach with no oversight. C. Limit mentoring to the headquarters office only. D. Focus only on remote mentoring with no in-person contact. Robert Half Assessment Tests. The Robert Half Assessment Tests are pre-employment evaluations used to measure a candidate's skills, knowledge, and suitability for various professional roles within finance, accounting, administration, technology, and other fields. These tests often assess technical competencies, cognitive abilities, problem-solving skills, communication, and job-specific expertise. They may also include situational judgment scenarios to gauge decision-making and ethical reasoning in workplace contexts. Employers use the results to identify top talent, ensure candidates meet role requirements, and predict on-the-job performance. Tailored to the position applied for, the assessments help align hiring decisions with organizational goals and compliance standards. Here are the top 5 beneficial uses of Robert Half Assessment Tests. 1. Improved hiring accuracy. Ensures candidates possess the technical, cognitive, and interpersonal skills required for specific roles, reducing mismatches and turnover. 2. Objective candidate evaluation. Provides a standardized, data-driven method to assess applicants' abilities, minimizing bias and supporting fair hiring practices. 3. Role-specific skill verification. Validates specialized competencies, such as accounting software proficiency or regulatory knowledge, ensuring new hires can perform job tasks effectively from day one. 4. Enhanced training and development planning. Identifies skill gaps so managers can design targeted onboarding and professional development programs. 5. Regulatory and compliance assurance. Confirms employees meet industry or legal standards before placement, reducing compliance risks for the organization.